Greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Shakes's YouTube channel. And the first thing that you need to do is to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So for you to subscribe, you type this. This is the name of the channel, Shakes the IT guy, and then you press enter. And then what you do next is you choose this link. You click on that link. You go to the YouTube channel, and this is the channel that you must see, and these are the items that are available on my YouTube channel, the cover page and the profile picture. And then what you need to do is to click on the red subscribe button. That one. So subscribing is free. You just need to log into your Gmail account, open this page, you click on this subscribe button, and then after clicking on this subscribe, it must change to subscribed, and then you have the notification at the bottom left corner, and then you click on the next button, which is the notification bell, and then you select all, so that every video that is uploaded to this channel, you receive a notification, so that you never ever miss any video that is uploaded on this channel. Right, so today we are going to look at the basics of information technology and computer applications, and the way that we are going to look at this is through some set questions, and the questions are here. So some things have been highlighted. I've been explaining this to somebody, so let me start fresh for you guys. So this is the question. The question reads, a computer is defined as an electronic device which is capable of capturing data, process it to information, store data and or information, and output the data or information to the user or computer software. Briefly, this is the question now. Briefly explain using examples how a computer can be capable of doing all this. All this what? Let's look at the question now. The first thing, whenever you want to answer a question, make sure you understand the question. And here is the way you understand the question. The question here, this part is just the story, and here is the question, which is closely related to the story. Right, now, which is capable of? So you see that, let's highlight that, and then here on the question, briefly explain your nonsense capable of. So these two terms, they are related. Now, capable of what? Capturing data, doing all this what? Capturing data. Now, when we look at this, we now need to know, how does a computer capture data, and what kind of data can a computer capture? That's another questions that comes into your mind, and many more questions can be extracted from this kind of topic. We can say, what kind of data can a computer capture? And the answer to such a question is, a computer can capture audio or sound. It can capture visuals. By visuals, I mean pictures and videos. It can also capture text. You see, all this. That's a question that can be answered that way, right? But now we have this question. How is the computer capable of capturing data? Now you think about the type of data. If we are capturing text, how is the computer going to capture the text? Through the keyboard. So you say a computer can capture, or is capable of capturing data through the use of a keyboard. For instance, someone is typing his or her assignment. You see, you are now capturing textual data. Then the next thing is, so what you can actually do with this part is you give us, when we are saying this, we are actually asking for the devices that are responsible for capturing data, the devices that are responsible for processing the data, the devices that are responsible for storing the data or information, the devices that are responsible for outputting. So that's what is being asked here. So how now do you answer it? You will give the device and give an example of data that can be captured by that device. For example, data can be captured using a microphone, and the type of data that can be captured by a microphone includes sound. We can use a camera to capture what? Visuals. We can use a touch screen to capture what? Textual data or anything which is related to that. Then how is the computer capable of processing data? Through the use of central processing unit. For example, we can enter values into the computer using a keyboard. After entering those values, we need to add them, and then the processor now does the additions, the mathematical calculations through the use of arithmetic logic unit. Now we look at store or storing of data or information. How does a computer store data or information? Through the use of memory cards, through the use of flash drives, through the use of internal hard drives, external hard drives, and so forth. So that's how the computer is capable of storing data. And then you can give an example. You can store movies, you can store your research data, you can store your assignments in all those devices. And how now can a computer output? Through the use of visual display units, through the use of speakers, through the use of LEDs and so forth. We have several computer devices or peripheral devices that can be used by a computer to achieve all these goals. So this question, I think we are now aware of what was being expected from you guys, or whenever you meet such a question, you now know how to tackle it, you now know what is required or what is being expected by the examiner or anyone who is going to mark your answers. Now here's another question. Microsoft Windows software is an example of system software. You need to know what a system software is. Give three more. I think this needs to be underlined. 3 more examples of system software. Right, we have been given this as an example. Now we know that Microsoft Windows is an operating system for computers. Now think about it. Which other devices do we have that require to have an operating system, a system software? We have mobile phones. When we look at mobile phones, they need, let me say this before I tell you what I want to tell you. A system software is the first software that runs on top of the hardware. So which software or which softwares runs on top of the hardware of a mobile phone? And then now you look at it this way. Which kinds of mobile phones do we have? We have BlackBerry, we have Android phones, we have iPhone. So you think about the operating systems that runs on those devices. On BlackBerry, we have BlackBerry operating system or system software. We have Android, we have Android operating system. Then we have iOS for iPhones. So these are the three, but we have more, like we have Linux, we have Mac OS for computers. So that's how you were supposed to answer this question. But now you are just listing, you just say Android OS, iOS, you say Mac OS, Linux, and Chrome, and other examples that you might think of. Here is another question. Assuming that you are the one providing IT support to your colleagues, and one of your colleagues asks you over the phone on how to create new folder on the desktop, write the steps that will help him accomplish his goal. Right, so that's the question. That's the question, and those are the marks for this question. Now I don't want to waste your time. The question is just asking you, how do you create a new folder on a desktop? And I want you to think. The question is forcing you to think like you are talking on the phone, and the person that you are talking to is listening and doing it. So your instructions must be straightforward and must allow that person to perform the task. But now since the video, which actually takes someone through, is available on the channel, so you will need to go to videos, and this is the video. Let me check for the video. Let me check for the video. It's available. It's there. It must be there. Right, here is the video, which reads how to create a folder, move files. There are more activities that are being taught here. So the first thing is how to create a folder, and your answer must start by telling us how to go to the desktop. Once you are at the desktop, how now can you? No, the question is assuming that the person is already having the desktop, or is already opening the desktop. Now what is needed is to create a new folder on the desktop. That's it. I think the video is there. You can go and watch that video, and the link to that video is provided in the description. Now is another question. Explain with an example why WhatsApp is categorized under application software. The first thing that you need to know is, what is it that is called an application software? So I will define it. It's just a program or a software or a group of programs designed for end users. By saying this, I mean the software itself is designed to solve problems, real world problems for users. Real world problems for users. For example, WhatsApp solves communication problem. It solves advertisement or promotional problems. You can actually advertise products. You can actually communicate with someone. So WhatsApp, if you know the definition of application software, then you can sufficiently give a correct answer to this question. So the question is, because WhatsApp solves users' problems, and it was designed for the end users. And then an example, you say it solves communication problems. It solves promotional problems by creating a group and then share the products that you are selling. By sharing the products that you are selling through the statuses. So that's how this question was supposed to be answered. Then let's go to that other question. How does a network differ from internet? This one I'm not going to touch it, since there is a 20-minute video. There's a 20 minutes video which is available on the channel, and this is the video. I think that's the latest video from this one. Basics of computer networks in the internet. And in this playlist, I'm going to add more videos about the networks. We have personal area network, we have local area network, we have wireless area network, wireless local area network, and more networks I'm going to add. Since you can see that this is number 1 video, I'm going to add more videos talking about the internet and networks. So this question is solved already. You go to that video. The description gives you the link to that video. So another question is define a browser and give a scenario where one would need to use a browser. So if you know the definition, you answer the second part of the question correctly. So definition, you get 2 marks. Giving a scenario, you get 2 marks. A correct scenario, not just a scenario, right? So what is it that we call a computer, that we call a browser? A browser is a computer program with a graphical user interface for displaying and navigating between web pages, or it's a computer application software which is designed to allow you end users to surf through the internet. So that's the definition. Then an example or a scenario when one needs to do a research, about the provided or given assignment, or about a certain topic or subject of his or her choice, then you get your marks. So an example, you choose your own example. I chose to say when writing an assignment. You might choose to say when somebody is about to give a speech or a sermon or is about to preach to some people, then you need to research the Bible verses and other things. That's where you go to the internet through the browser. The mistake that most of us could actually do is we think that the browser gives us access to the internet. It doesn't give us access to the internet. What gives us access to the internet is the service provider, not the browser. The browser is there to allow us to have web pages displayed, and it allows us to navigate through the web. State any 3 threats faced by computer users and suggest respective solutions. Right, I think this is the last one before we close. The 3 threats faced by computer users. Now you look at it this way. What is it that you are afraid of losing when you are using a computer? That's how you must think about this question. What is it that you are afraid of losing whenever you're using a computer? Number 1, you are afraid of losing your data. Number 2, you are afraid of losing your health status. Number 3, you are afraid of losing the computer itself. So with these 3, I actually gave you the 3 kinds of threats, or the 3 groups, or let me say it 3 categories of threats that can be faced by computer users. So how can you lose the data? You can lose the data through a computer virus. You see, you can lose the computer the data through a computer virus. You can lose the data through phishers or computer crash. Number 2, you can lose the computer itself. That's hardware threat. So what I've said first is the software threat. We have several threats that are under software threats. Then when we look at the second one, which I said you can lose what? I said you can lose anyway, you can lose the computer itself, you can lose the data, you can also lose your health status. So by health status, I mean some people end up using glasses. It's because maybe the environment that they are working on is threatening their health status. Maybe the posture, the way they are sitting while using the computer might affect them. Maybe the time that they are spending using the computer, it affects their health. So that's second category, and these are the examples that I've provided for you. And then we have the last one, where we can lose the computer itself, the hardware computer. You can lose this computer itself, the laptop. You can lose it through thieves. You can lose it through fire. You can lose it through floods. So these are the threats. But now, how do you actually how do you protect yourself from all these things? Virus. You use software threats. We can protect ourselves from software threats through softwares. For example, a virus using an antivirus. Intruders using intrusion prevention systems or intrusion detection systems. Then when we look at health status, losing your health status, you now look at the computer, the environment that you're working on, the way you sit on the chair. Make sure you use a suitable chair which you feel comfortable on, and you sit upright and use the computer the instructed and formal way of using the computer. Then lastly, you make sure that you have provided enough security to protect your hardware components or hardware computers from thieves. You use uninterrupted power supply. Then you also need to make sure that you have FireGuard to protect the computers from fire. You need to know that the area where you are having your computer is not prone to flooding. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel by clicking on this red subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and you watch all the videos that I've suggested for you, and the description provides the links for the videos. If you have any questions, please ask me through the comment section. If you have good comments to just motivate me and let me improve on anything, comment section is available for you. Thank you very much. May God bless you for subscribing. May God bless you for liking my videos. May God bless you for watching and viewing my videos. May God bless you for all these things that you're doing for me. I appreciate all that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.